Do you ever feel a little off in your gut, especially after you've taken your most recent shot of your GLP-1 medication? Pretty much everyone is going to have stomach issues at some point on this medication. So whether it's bloating or constipation, you're not alone. Today, I'm going to share 5 realistic tips for keeping your gut happy while on your GLP-1. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Alyssa, and I'm currently on tirzepatide, which is a GLP-1 GIP agonist medication. And I did it for health reasons, including weight management. And while these meds can do wonders for appetite control, for me, I've seen inflammation improve, blood sugar's great, even my heart health numbers are better. There are obviously side effects. And these were the things that we were all scared about at first. And then as you take the medication, you love the medication, you still have to work on managing the side effects. The biggest ones are GI related. So for me, I found that it wasn't that bad if I stayed on top of my fiber intake, but I'm going to show you how I'm taking care of my gut, and hopefully that'll help you keep feeling your best. The first and most important thing is water, water, water. And the reason why I think this is so hard is because the medication actually cuts off sometimes our desire for food and water. So if you have a good response to it, like my body does, then the downside is that you may not want to drink water, and you may look up and realize, hey, it's 2 p.m. and I haven't had anything to drink. So that can mean constipation or just kind of feeling like you have like a lump in your stomach. So drinking enough water is super important and keeps things moving. But I have found that I need fizzy water or maybe flavored water that kind of makes it more interesting. So I will use sparkling water, or I will take still water and add a liquid IV to it. I know a lot of people like different types of electrolytes, but if you're trying to save money, I personally would just put in some salt, some potassium salt, maybe a little bit of magnesium powder, and maybe some liquid flavoring drops. That's much more affordable than these liquid IVs. The reason why we use the liquid IVs in my house is because my husband loves them, and he uses one stick, one packet for about 5 drinks. So they do last a while, but they're very expensive, and to me, they're not worth it. Okay, the next thing, this one is also really big. It is fiber and related supplements. So I have a few things that I use. Number one, psyllium husks. Ignore that I lost my lid here. I like this because of my cholesterol. This is the type of fiber that is also supposed to help lower the cholesterol. These are just supplements, but the foundation is the fiber containing foods. Oats are pretty good for that. Chickpeas are great. Edamame, peas, and then vegetables are my main fiber containing foods that I eat. So this is just a supplement, but I know that it's going to go in there, help my cholesterol and help my digestion. And then, of course, you want to mediate the fiber increase. Do not go from 15 grams of fiber to 50 grams of fiber overnight, or else you're going to feel awful, bloated, gassy, everything bad. So you just want to gradually up your fiber intake. And if this doesn't trigger you, I recommend tracking your food on an app like Chronometer or MacroFactor, and you can track your fiber day by day. I think yesterday I came in at about 50 grams of fiber because I just had a very vegetable and chickpea and pea heavy day, and that felt really good. And one last thing I wanted to say with the psyllium husks or the powder, the capsules, drink a bunch of water as you are taking this, or else it's just going to like sit in your stomach. So if I'm taking 2 to 4 of these capsules, I will drink 12 to 24 ounces of water as I'm taking the capsules. The next supplement that I use is another fiber. It's a prebiotic fiber. I use 5 grams when I am making a protein shake with my blender. And the other thing that I put in there is colostrum that's supposed to help gut health. I don't take it every day. They say you're supposed to, and it's good for your gut. So these two are going to go into the protein shakes when I'm blending them up myself with the powder. And you can't taste them at all. They don't make it thick at all. I tried using psyllium husk powder in the protein shakes as well. That did not work at all for me. It was too like gooey. Another thing that I do before bed is sometimes, not too often, I will take maybe 1, 2, or 3 capsules of this Mag-O7. I like it because it helps me relax and it also can kind of, I think, irritate your stomach and then it relieves constipation that way. So it's not the nicest. I have gotten really into these, which frankly are full of sugar, but it says 30 calories and 4 gummies. 4 gummies is a good amount. They're really delicious, so that's great. But honestly, 2 is probably the right amount before it irritates my stomach. But I like this because, again, I think it helps me sleep better. I think it helps me relax before bed, and it helps with constipation. So that's all my supplement recommendations. Something else that I've got for you is the concept of rest to digest or just eating more slowly. Especially on this medication, I'm less interested in food. So I might eat and then get kind of bored and then come back and eat. And that helps us to just take in the food more slowly because with the delayed emptying, you don't want to eat too fast and then, oh, you realize your food's not going anywhere. That's happened to me before as well. So eat slowly, but also I really like the concept of rest to digest. So after I eat, sometimes if I'm really on top of it, I might do a quick 3-minute meditation or a walk would be great afterwards. That's not something I do as much, but I should be doing it. The next thing that you can do is fermented foods. So that sounds a little bit crazy when you start thinking about sauerkraut or kimchi or kefir if you didn't grow up with those foods. I do a lot of cottage cheese where I can see the probiotics making little bubbles. Good Culture is one brand where you can see the bubbles, and then Kalana. So that's the main fermented food I have in addition to Greek yogurt. Also, sometimes I will have like a dairy-based kefir for my 3-year-old. She loves it, and I'll have some of it. They say also that sauerkraut and kimchi would be good, but I really only have those if I go to restaurants, and really, frankly, it's just kimchi. But just like this prebiotic fiber and the colostrum, but I'm not a doctor, and this is not medical advice. This is just my personal experience. And I've never even talked to a doctor about my gut bacteria. These are things that people say works for them. So take it all with a grain of salt. Okay. And then the last thing that I really do think helps me is light movement, gentle exercise. When I'm doing Pilates, you do a lot of like pulling your knee up to your chest and bending your body, bending your spine. And I really do feel like that helps move my digestion around. So I personally love just my recommendation. There is a subscription service recommended by my Pilates teacher if you're interested in trying it. It's called Pilatesology. It's $20 a month, so it's not the most expensive. Apple Workouts, I think, also has some Pilates and yoga and like stretching types of things. But I really feel like if you're just doing something where you're gently moving your body and putting pressure on different parts of your digestive system, I think it's really, really healthy. All right, so that's it. 5 realistic ways to keep your gut healthy while you're on a GLP-1 agonist medication. So hydrate, ease into fiber, eat slowly, try fermented foods, and get in some gentle movement. All of our bodies are different, so do what works for you. Remember, this is not medical advice. This is my personal experience, but you may be able to talk to your healthcare provider about something that really does work well for you or what they've seen in their professional experience as a clinician. If you found this helpful, please hit like, subscribe, share your own gut-friendly tips if one of these works or if one doesn't. I'm kind of not sure about this colostrum, so I really want to know if you have personal experiences with that because it's expensive. I bought it because an influencer recommended it, and I'm like, I don't know if I've seen a difference if I would buy any more. So if you've been like, oh, the colostrum's great, let me tell you why. Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for being here, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.